Let's talk about missing middle housing. Most US and Canadian cities go from skyscrapers to sprawl with very few mid-sized buildings in between. Because on most land, developers can only build single-family homes, meaning it's illegal to build duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, multiplexes, mid-rises, townhomes, courtyard buildings, cottage courts, or live-works. These restrictive policies are referred to as single-family zoning, R1 zoning, or exclusionary zoning. They originated in the early 1900s to keep minority residents out of white neighborhoods. Then popularized after World War II, when the American dream of a picket-fenced yard and future full of cars was heavily propagated, alongside federally funded highway expansions which tore through cities and the GI Bill which helped veterans move to the suburbs but excluded black veterans. While minority populations have moved to the suburbs since then, suburban property owners continue propping up these barriers to entry. Their reasons vary from fears of overpopulation to neighborhood character changing to environmentalist bureaucracy to old-fashioned racism, or the false assumption that building multifamily homes decreases property values and increases crime, which stems from past public housing projects that went through decades of inadequate funding and perpetuated cycles of poverty. In reality, there are millions of people from all socioeconomic backgrounds who prefer to live in middle housing units near downtowns with less maintenance, especially single, disabled, and elderly people. But ending single-family zoning doesn't mean you can't build a single-family home, or that Section 8 housing and skyscrapers are going to pop up everywhere. It literally just means people have the freedom to build other types of housing. There still needs to be demand, and there are still other barriers, including minimum parking requirements, building height limits, and local property owners who protest any new development. That said, in recent years, cities and states all over the country have begun this fight for housing and parking reforms. If you want to make a difference, advocate for these policies at city council meetings and partner with urbanist organizations like Strong Towns, America Walks, YIMBY Action, or Congress for the New Urbanism. And remind people that there are so many possibilities between New York and suburbia. Some of the most beloved cities in the world have mixed use, mixed income, and middle housing diversity. But the most walkable among them are becoming less and less affordable. If we want to beat the housing and climate crises, we need zoning and parking reforms so we can build more sustainable, accessible, affordable, and walkable communities. It won't happen overnight, but changes made today can create a better future for everyone. And your voice matters, especially at the local level.